Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kledisibe. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to run Biometric Fingerprint Employee Attendance System in PHP MySQL and Visual Basic, that's VB.net. So this project is going to be in two parts. The first version is going to be in PHP, and the second one, which we are going to use to capture our fingerprint, is going to be in VB.net. All right, so I'm going to take you through a snippet of how this project works. First, I'm going to start with the web version, and then I'm going to take you through the Windows version, then show you how it works. Then before I'm going to start from scratch to show you how to run the project. So the idea behind this project is to be able to calculate the total hours that the employee has been able to work. So doing this, we are going to use date range. That's why we are going to select. So we can select, for instance, let's say 1st of August, that's last month, and to 31st of August, and then we can view the report and of course the total hours that the employee has worked for that month. And then we can also decide to check it by day or by week or by month. So the total hours that the employee has worked will be calculated, and we have the results right here, just as you can see here. This employee, okay, let me do this. You can get this in attendance report. Okay, so this is where you're going to calculate the individual hours that the employee has worked. So here we have an employee name. We have a drop down, so we are going to click on this, and then here you're going to see the list of employees that are registered in that company and that have been able to take attendance. So first we are going to start with John Doe. I'm going to click on this, and then from where I'm going to start in August. So these are all demo records, demo employee attendance record that we have taken. So I'm going to click on 30th, and then to which dates I'm going to also use August. Then I'm going to click on 31st. So here I'm going to click on the view report button. So once I view the report button, it's going to filter all the reports based on my selected criteria, and then it's going to display the employee records for that report, and then it's going to calculate the total hours that the employee has worked, okay, based on my selection criteria. All right, so now this demo employee has been able to take attendance just twice, and then for 30th of August, the employee timing at 9 a.m. and he time out at 2:12 p.m. So actually he timing late. And also another thing with this program is that it will be able to check if an employee timing early or he or she timing late. Let's take for instance the timing shift is 8 a.m. and the employee timing at 9 a.m. So that employee has arrived late or timing late. Okay, so we have the status here as late, and then once the employee timeout, the program will going to calculate the total hours that the employee has worked for that day. All right, so that's what we have here, total hours. So the next day the employee also timing at 6:56 a.m. and timeout as at 5:06 p.m. So the employee timing late, and the total hours for that employee for that day is 9 hours. So based on my selected criteria, the employee has worked for these 2 days excuse me, for 15 hours. So if you add 9 plus 6, you have 15. All right, okay. So for the attendant list, here you're going to see all the attendant reports. This report list is just like a general attendant list for all the employees. Okay, so for this other attendant report, this is where you're going to select an individual record or report for an employee. So we selected the first employee. Now let's check the second employee. So here we're going to use August 31st. Just we're going to check for just a daily attendance. We're going to see how many hours this employee has worked for that day. All right, so this just once this employee timing early enough, the employee went to work very early, and the total hours that the employee worked for that day is 9 hours. So 6:59 to 4 p.m. is 9 hours. So we have it here. Total hours the employee worked for that day is 9 hours. All right, so I'm going to take you to employee records. Here we are going to see how to add employee. Here we have the employee name, the employee ID, the department that the employee is, then the position. This is a sales representative, product manager, the employee email, mobile number, the shift time. Here we are going to allocate shift time, shift timing, and shift timeout to that employee. Now, this is going to help us to track if the employee came to work late or early, and the number of hours, the total number of hours that the employee worked for that day. So this shift hours is going to help us to do that. So in case the employee has been allocated new shift hours, so you can just click on edit button, and then you can change, you can allocate new shift hours for that employee. So let's take, for instance, the employee was allocated to 8 a.m. in the morning and 5 p.m. in the evening, and later the employee has been reposted or changed shift hours probably from 9 to 6. So you can actually change it there and then click on the update button. All right, so you can delete employee if you like. So now if you want to add new employee, you can just click on the add new button. All right, so you fill in this data, allocate the shift time to this employee, and fill in everything, the department and the job position and all of that. I'm going to show you how to do all of these things. This is just a snippet of how this the web version works. So here we have the dashboard. The dashboard is going to do a count of the total registered employee in that company, and of course it's going to check if how many employees that have been registered and how many of them has been able to enroll, and the total number of attendants. All right, so this is how the web version works. So the idea, as I told you before about this project, is the project to be able to calculate the the total hours that the employee worked, and if the employee timing late or timing early. Okay, so this is how the web version works. So I'm going to take you through the Windows version. The Windows version is designed in Visual Studio Professional 2022. That's the IDE, and the database is MySQL. We are using MySQL because we use web version for the PHP. So we are using MySQL as a database, and our testing server, it's going to be XAMPP. We are testing it locally. So our testing server is XAMPP. I'm going to show you how to do all of these things. All right. So let me quickly show you a snippet of the Windows version. So the Windows version is, as I say, it is designed using Visual Studio Professional 2022. Okay, and the .NET Framework 4.8, that's for Visual Studio 2022, .NET Framework 4.8, and then our database is MySQL. So if I click on Start, I must log in as an admin before I will be able to have access to the system. Okay, so if an employee has been registered on the web version, now the employee can capture his or her fingerprint using the Windows version. So here you're going to search. Here I've used auto suggestion to suggest the employees that are in the database as you type one or two letters of the employee. So I'm going to click on this, and the employee ID and the department that the employee is going to appear. All right, so here I'm going to click on start enrollment. So here you can see that this employee has already been enrolled, just few fingerprints. Here you can decide to enroll all the 10 fingerprint or just selected fingerprint. Is all left for the company to decide on what to do. All right, so this is just a demo to show you how this thing works. Okay, yeah, I'm going to click on close here. I'm going to click on close button here again. Then I'm going to click on verification. Here, timing. Here, timing. This employee can, take attendance. That's timing, and the employee can also time out. So typically what the Windows version do is just to enroll, capture fingerprints, time in and time out. That is all. Okay, so every other thing is done in the web version. So guys, this is a quick snippet of how the system works. So now I'm going to log out. I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process of how to run the program. Now the title of this project is Online Biometric Fingerprint Employee Attendance System in PHP, MySQL, and VB.NET. The fingerprint reader and of course the SDK that we're going to use in this project is Digital Personal UIU 4500 fingerprint reader. And as I have told you before, the database is MySQL. And our testing server we are going to use is XAMPP. The IDE for the Windows version is Visual Studio Professional 2022. And the language, of course, is VB.NET. That's Visual Basic. And the web version, you're going to register employee. We can update employee. We can delete employee. We can view daily, weekly, and monthly attendance reports based on date range. We can view, that's number 5. We can view the total work hours by date range. All right. So for the web version, the IDE, of course, you can decide to use any IDE of your choice. But for me, I use Visual Studio Code. All right. So the Windows version, you can capture fingerprint, you can time it and time out. So this is how the program works. All right. So now let's start. I'm going to close everything. Okay. Let me close. Okay. Let me close this. So I'm just going to keep this my guide right here. Let me close also. Let me stop this. Let me close the Windows version. I'm going to close Visual Studio, exit from it. So here we're going to start with our XAMPP. Okay, so make sure you've installed XAMPP. You can search on Google. All right, search on Google, just install XAMPP if you don't have it already in your PC. So make sure your Apache and MySQL are start. Just click on start and start. You see all these ports and PIDs running. So once you've done that, just click on the admin. Under MySQL, click on admin. So once you do that, it's going to open your PHP MyAdmin dashboard. All right. So here we are going to create a database and we're going to import the database queries. All right. So I'm going to take you to the web folder of the web version. So here we have a database folder. Double click on it. So we are going to get this name. The name must be the same, though I have created it already, but I'm going to show you real quick on how to create a database and import the query. So I'm going to click on new. All right, so for new, I'm going to paste my database name right there. Just hit on the create button. So I'm not going to create it again because I've done that. See it here. All right, I've done that already. So for you, just click on create. Now, after you might have clicked on this create button, it's going to tell you to, or maybe show another page where you're going to create tables and all of that. Don't do that. I have already done that. Okay, just click on the import tab. So on the import tab, click on choose file. So you're going to navigate to your Windows version. On your C drive. On the C drive, of course, you're going to paste that web version inside XAMPP. All right, XAMPP, htdocs. You're going to paste it right inside your htdocs. So see the folder here. Double click on it. Open database folder, and then attach this database folder right there. Click on open. All right, so once you see it attached like this, scroll down, click on import. So once you click on import, it's going to import all the records. Okay, you're going to see something like this. Yeah, you're going to see something like this. So once you see this, it means the database queries has been imported, all the tables successfully. All right, so we have done with the database. Okay, so now we're going to see how to run the web version. I'm going to go back a little bit like this. So I'm going to copy this folder. It's always necessary to do that just to get the correct name. All right, so I'm going to go back to my web browser. Here I'm going to type local. Then I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to paste this. Then I'm going to hit enter. All right, so it has opened the the first page, which is my login page. Here I'm going to log in. So guys, if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed to my channel, just click on the subscribe button, and if you like the video, click on the like button. Okay, you can also help us share the video, and thank you so much for as you do that. Okay, so now I'm going to click on the login button. All right, so now we are on our home, that's on our dashboard. So I've explained all of these things, so I'm just going to go straight to the employee menu. I'm going to click on the employee menu right there. So here I'm going to, we have just two demo employees records. I'm going to click on add new. Okay, so I won't waste your time. I'm just going to start filling this form with some demo records. So every record that we have done and we are currently doing are all for testing purpose. Okay, so I'm going to select any job position. Okay, I'm going to select any job position right here. Just go select. Okay, let's just go with okay, let's just go with this. Okay, so just going to select anything right there. Okay, so for the shift here, we are going to assign shift. We are going to assign shift to this employee. So this employee is going to take the first shift, that's 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we are going to choose the employee photo. So we are going to use any photo right there. I'm going to click on save button. Okay, so that's the number 3 employee on the list, demo employee on the list we have right there. Okay, so we have been able to register employee. Okay, so let me click on attendance. Here you can see the employee haven't taken attendance. So first we must learn how to capture the employee's biometric, that's the fingerprint. And then from the Windows version, we can take timing and timeout attendance from there. Then we can now come back and view the attendance reports on the web version, which is here. Okay, so now let me take you to the Windows version, the files. We have all the files right there. And then you're going to this solution file, just double click on it to open in Visual Studio 2022. Okay, all right, so my Visual Studio always asks me to scale it at 100%. So I'm just going to restart. If you don't see this, don't do it. Okay, but if you see it, you can go ahead. I like scaling my Visual Studio to 100% scaling. So I'm going to click on it. It's going to restart my Visual Studio. Okay, going to restart. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so now we are going to click on the start button or the play button right there, starts, to start the project. So we have the first login form. Just going to login as the admin. So I'm going to click on enrollment. Here we are going to capture the fingerprint of that demo employee that we just registered. I'm going to search for the employee, click on this. Okay, so we have the employee ID and the department. We're going to click on start enrollment. So we are going to enroll just few fingerprints so that we won't waste your time. Make sure your scanner is connected. Okay, so I didn't talk about the SDK of the scanner. I'm going to show you how to install that once I'm done with this. Okay, so you've scanned the thumb, that's the left finger. You're going to scan the index finger real quick. Okay, so we are just going to do with this finger. Okay, let me scan. Let me take one finger from here. Okay, so I don't want to waste your time. That's why I'm doing this. Just count just three fingers, two from the left, one from the right. Okay, so we are done with this. I'm just going to click on the close button right here. Then I'm going to close it finally. All right, so we have captured our fingerprint. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click on the verification tab right there. Okay, first, before now, let's go back to our web version and check if the count is going to increase. Let's see. Okay, we have three employees, three, yes. So we have three registered employee. We have one, two, three. Then three employees has enrolled their fingerprint. Okay, so let's go back to our Windows version. So here we are going to take attendance. We are going to time in. Okay, so you don't need to do anything with this form. All you need to do is just to place your the finger, one of the enroll finger on the scanner, and it's going to take your fingerprint, match it with the existing templates in the database. If match is found, attendance will be taken. If match is not found, attendance will not be taken. Attendance is taken automatically. Okay, so once an employee has taken attendance, automatically the form is ready for the next employee to take attendance. Okay, no delays. So I'm going to take attendance for this demo employee. That's the timing for this instance. Okay, so this employee has been able to time in. I time in late. Of course, my shift time is 7 a.m. and I'm timing in by 8:19 a.m. Of course, I came late. Okay, so that's why we have here status being calculated automatically. Now let's go back to our web version to check attendance. Let's refresh this. 4. All right, that's cool. So let's go click on attendance list. So we have this record right there, this demo employee that just took attendance 1st of September, 8:19 a.m. The employee came late. Okay, I haven't time out. That's why I don't have the total hours work. It's when you time out that is going to calculate how many hours that you've been able to work for that day. So now we are going to time out for this employee. Okay, so we are going to go back to the, remember that this employee just timing and he hasn't time out. This demo employee, I should say, demo employee has timing and they haven't time out. Okay, so that's why we have this right there. So let's go back to the Windows version. Let's click on verification. Now click on timeout. So we are going to time out for this employee. Okay, so this employee just time out. As you can see, we have a total hours work right there as an indicator. And the shift time in when this employee timing, the shift timing, that's when this employee is expected to come to work, is 7 a.m. And the timeout when this employee timeout is 4:22 p.m. All right, and of course the total hours work here is 9. Okay, so let's go back to the web version. Let's do this. Okay, so now we have this place is still blank, so that we are going to refresh this page. I'm going to go click on reload. Okay, so we have the timeout here, and then this employee, the total hours work for that day is 9 hours. Okay, for this employee, the total hours work has been recorded, which is 9 hours. Now we are going to click on the attendance report. So here we are going to check individual attendance report for employees so that we can be able to track how many hours those employees has been able to work based on the selected date criteria. Okay, so here I'm going to click on the employee name. I'm going to click on the employee, which I want to check attendance report for. Then the dates, I'm going to click on 1st September, click on this, then view reports. So as you can see, this employee has just been taking attendance for just once, and the total hours that the employee worked for that day is 9 hours. Okay, that's what we have here. Total hours worked, 9 hours. So if we go back again, as I showed you earlier, and we select another employee, 30th August, let's go with 1st September. View reports. So this employee haven't taken attendance for today. So this is just the attendance that the employee has been able to take, and the total hours is 15. All right, so this is just the idea of this project on how to track the number of hours that employee worked, okay, and to also track um, those employees that normally come late to work and those that come early. So you can track them and you can have all these records in your database. Okay, guys, if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. If you like the video, click on the like button and also drop your comment below. If you like the video, you can share it with your friends. And thank you so much for watching. So I'm just going to click on the close button right there. Sorry, the logout button. All right, so I promise that I'm going to show you how to install the SDK. So I'm just going to navigate to my download folder. Okay, we have the SDK right there, Digital Personal SDK Master. So first, before you start all of these things that I've shown you, you're going to install the SDK first. So as you're installing the SDK, please don't connect your device, don't connect your scanner. Okay, so open the SDK folder, just right click on this setup, right click on it like this, click on yes. So you're going to next and install. So just normal way that you install every other software. Okay, so once you finish, it's going to ask you if you're going to restart your PC. You can say no for now, but after you install the RTA, then you can restart. So I'm going to click on cancel because I've installed this. Then I'm going to go back once. I'm going to open the RTE folder. Then yeah, I'm going to, next and you install. After that, then now you can restart your system. It's very, very important that you restart your computer so that all the drivers and the project, the computer can be able to recognize your scanner when you plug it. Okay, so this is how this project works. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to stop this video here. See you in my next video.